guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over some car sales tips and tricks in the form of an Ask Anthony segment, one of my favorite segments where my real salespeople in real life that I train inbox me questions and I answer them right here live. I don't see them beforehand. It's not scripted. It's organic, and I think it makes for some good conversation. So let's take a peek right now, and we'll go to this question from Gigi. Gigi's one of my wolves that I train at the dealership. Gigi said, "Ask Ant, during presentation of a pencil, what can a sales consultant do when a customer wants to stand up or possibly begin to walk away?" Okay, that's a great question. What do we do when the customer is getting up and they want to walk away? That could be a very scary thing, especially if you're new to the business. The most important thing about that, when a customer is standing up and seems as if they're done and they want to walk away, the most important thing that you can do is remain seated. You can't stand up with them. It's going to be tempting. You're going to want to stand up with them. Do not do that. If you stand up with them, you're telling them, yes, I agree with you. What we're doing here is over. It's done. The deal's done. We're done negotiating. We're done talking about this. You're leaving and I'm co-signing with you leaving. You can't do that. You have to stay seated. It's going to be tough. Now, mind you, if they're literally walking away and they're making their way through the showroom, then you're going to have to get up and kind of chase after them and grab a manager if you can, or if their name's John, say, John, just do me one quick favor. Let me ask my manager to come over and say hello really quick. He may have or she may have an idea that I didn't come up with, and ultimately, they're the one working out the numbers, so they're going to know if there's anything else we could do to make this deal. Just give me 1 second, John, please. Now, if he really doesn't want to give you any more time, you can say, John, please do me a favor. If you leave and I don't tell one of my managers that you left, they're going to get super mad at me. I can even lose my job because they may have an idea that they didn't give to me yet, that I didn't give to you, and ultimately, it just looks bad on me. Please, John, do me a favor. Just hang tight for 1 second. It sounds like I'm begging, but honestly, I am. I am begging, because who cares at this point? It doesn't matter. Throughout the negotiation process, you always want to posture yourself as an expert. But at the end of the day, I'm not afraid to beg because I have nothing right now. They're leaving. But you can keep them from walking away by doing a couple tricks. The one thing that I like to do is, if they start to stand up, I remain seated. As much as I feel the urge to want to get up with them, I remain seated. Yes, it feels uncomfortable. But let's say their name's John. I'm going to say, John, just do me one favor really quick before you go. What if we did this? And then I go and look down at my paper. Maybe it's my guest sheet or maybe some scrap paper I'm negotiating on. I'll say, John, let me ask you this. What if we did this? Just give me 1 second before you go. All the while, I really don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm brainstorming. I'm going to the tank. I'm trying to captivate his curiosity, right? I'm trying to draw him to the paper by saying, John, let me ask you this. What if we did this? And I go to the paper, and I may even kind of go into the tank a little bit. I may start doodling on my paper. I may start talking out loud, saying things like, so John, I know you want to lease the car. I know you love the vehicle. We were doing 36 months right now. So let me ask you this. And this, listen, it may work, it may not work, but I think it's an idea. Once again, I'm brainstorming. I'm trying to come up with something. Most importantly, he's still standing there. And if I come up with something that's half decent, you're going to see him or her kind of walk closer to the chair, and I say, John, have a seat really quick. Before you go, let's at least exhaust all options. I got a few options for you. I got an idea, right? Or John, you know what? I got an idea. Give me 1 second. Let me see if this works. You start doing some math. Or John, do me a favor, right? Do me a favor, John. I'm looking over here as if John's walking away. John, do me a favor. Have a seat really quick. I got an idea. Let me run it by my manager. Let me just make sure we exhaust all options. Just do me that favor. I know you really want the car. I know there's a deal here. We just have to find it, right? Different word tracks. I know you really want the car. I know you love the car. I know there's a deal here. We just have to find it. I know there's a deal here. We just have to find it. Let me make sure I exhaust all options for you. Right? John, I'd be doing you a disservice if I let you leave without crossing every T and dotting every I. I'd be doing you a disservice without crossing every T and dotting every I. Little word tracks like this, right? John, listen, I wouldn't be giving you a level 10 experience if I let you leave without making sure we exhausted all options. These are just things I'm kind of coming up with, but honestly, they work, right? Most importantly, you need to create almost like a magnetic field where you're drawing John back to the desk or you're not pushing him away, right? You gotta, And you got to do that with the courage of your convictions. You got to use emotion, right? You got to bring them towards you. You got to pull them back or pull her back. You know, if her name's Mary, please, just do me one favor. Just have a seat. Let me just try this one thing for you. Let me ask you this, Mary. I know we were going to look at the financing options, but let me ask you this. If we were able to make the numbers work, and what I'm thinking is, you know, I start using these little filler sentences, these filler words, like, let me ask you this, or, you know, I don't know if this is going to work or not, or, hey, if we were able to make the numbers work, or if we were able to do this option, I start saying things like that, and as you become more experienced, you kind of buy some time, you stall, right? You use these little faces where it's like you're thinking, you're kind of going in the tank, and your brain's working, and they start getting curious as to what you're thinking about, and you go, well, hold on. Gigi, right? Gigi, let me ask you this. What if I was able to, and I don't know if this is going to work or not, but what if we can go a special term of 84 months, right? Special term, not extended term. You probably already went over that with the customer, but it's just an example. Your goal is not to get them to walk away. Most important thing is you don't stand up with them. You stay seated. Worst case scenario, you start begging. Please, just do me a favor. Hang tight for 1 second. I just want to bounce an idea off my manager. I want to make sure we exhaust all options. Before you go, let me go ask them if this is literally everything we can do. If they have any more ideas. If they don't, then listen, you leave. We'll part as friends. You go home, maybe digest what we talked about a little bit. Do your due diligence. I'm still going to be here for you. No hard feelings, right? Try to keep that wall down a little bit, kind of remove some of that tension. So most important thing, if they're trying to stand up and walk away, you stay seated. If you stand up, right? If you stand up, you're agreeing with them that this is all over. It's time for you to go. And you don't want to say that. You don't want to do that. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback. And I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.